Here's the situation. You've got a low-life scumbag scammer that's stealing from a 69-year-old retired grandmother and going to leave her bank account at zero. And on top of the financial ruin, he's actually going to be stealing from her credit line so she owes $10,000 back to the bank on top of having no money. It's literally sickening when you think of it. And you might be asking, how do we know all this information? Well, it's because we are watching all of this as it unfolds live.
One of the things that I want people to know is that we don't know currently when we're in the office here, we don't know if she's going to be scammed yet. A lot of times when you're watching them, it gets to a certain point and they hang up or they go, you're a scammer or something's not right. So we don't know if she's going to get scammed. So we're waiting around to see, and she may end up just not.
We were watching, it had to have been an hour at least, watching her computer screen or watching the scammer's screen, right? Doing the scam on her. So like you start to see this activity and then you're like, well, we'll wait for X amount of time for the next thing that happens, and then nothing's happening. So then you're nervous, like maybe she's been gone that whole time and already sent something or whatever. That's the scariest part, like what you're saying, like you don't know if she's actually been scammed. Again, you're looking for like the visual cues, and it's like anxiety driven because again, we don't know where her bank is. We don't know where she is necessarily. We just have this radius of where she could be possibly. People ask us like, what can you do? It's really hard to stop it. Yeah, do we want to try to go and like stop it and like knock on her door and like stop the whole thing? Or do we want to like try to really like sleuth it out and wait?
Well,
so
I'm ready. So I've got everything we need.
I'm ready too, but like I don't know if it's time yet. I'm just like, you know, because I'm like, oh, I want them to give the information so we can like peace out and go.
Yeah, so no, for sure. They're on her system either way though, which means more than likely it would be valuable to stop by her place.
There's like nothing going on now, so I'm getting nervous. Like that she's already been sent to the bank or something. They're gonna be like, hey, go to the bank and then we'll tell you what to do, kind of a thing. Because it's been like at least 15 minutes and there's been no action.
Yeah, I mean, we can just go to her house then.
Unless like on the way we're going there, they've got like some other piece of information on the computer. If you see it,
I'll park, and if I see something, then I can just call you guys right then and there.
Yeah, take a screen cap of it.
For sure.
We'll go to the apartment then. It's not that far, so why not?
Yeah. And she'll be near everything anyway, so if we're in that vicinity and it changes, then we can like pivot.
All right, well, let's all roll in, I guess. You'll monitor. You'll come with us.
Okay, sounds good.
So Cena's gonna let us know he's gonna be watching the computer. He'll let us know if they send her to a store. Oh
Yeah, look at that.
Damn it.
So she's not there.
She's not there.
Okay.
Frick. So we're going to the bank then.
You guys go, and then if I catch her, then I can tell you.
Okay. If she,
I can tell you if she shows back up.
Yep.
I'll see it.
All right, let's roll. Let's go, boys.
When I came across that information that this person was local to us, I was like, wow, we've never done something like this before or had the opportunity. And it really increases the urgency because you're trying to get as much information as possible. So having Cena back at the office, kind of manning the station while we were out doing our thing was amazing.
She's about, what did it say, 15 minutes from our office. So that's convenient.
That's so convenient. We're here to save a victim, 24,000. She's gonna be in debt if this money leaves her account.
She's living in a nice area too,
Yep.
which means it's probably gated or locked up to where we can't get in.
Let's go, everyone. All right. I guess I'm gonna have to go to the leasing person.
Unit, right?
Yeah, 2-4. Entering the apartment complex, I wasn't terribly nervous for whatever reason. I've had plenty of times when I've been on the phone with people and I've called banks or I've called local police departments. So I thought like, it's gonna be the same situation, just face to face. Hello. A bit of an interesting situation. One of y'all's residents is currently being scammed by internet scammers and they live here. And I'm trying to help her. She's in 2308.
They have to call the police. We can't do anything about that.
So do I need to call the police and bring them here? Will that help?
What do we have to do with it?
She lives here.
I know, but that has nothing to do with that's like if we don't have anything to do with that. So
I know you don't have anything to do with it. I'm just trying to help her. Here at this apartment complex, the lady was not extremely helpful at all. Sometimes people, they get defensive because they're either trying to protect their company or themselves, and that's fine. But she was fairly rude to me.
How are you related, number one? Who is she?
Yeah,
Number
so
two, 'cause
there-
we don't even know their names. When they're corporate, we don't know their names.
There's a lady named Gail.
Okay, that never met her, never saw her. That's bad.
So people get scammed all the time, and it's a lot of elderly people. The main
I feel like
thing.
you're hanging here and just start gathering me, so I'm gonna just ask you to leave. And if you need help, you might want to call the police.
Sure. All right. Yeah, let's go.
You know, we knew the victim probably wasn't at the apartment complex because she wasn't on the camera at the time when the scammer pulled up her camera. So we wanted to continue on, use the information that we had. So what really our goal was we were going to actually go and say, okay, is there a bank that's close to this apartment complex? Let's put it in the GPS and let's just go.
We looked up the local that are near her, so that way we could find out the proximity. Kind of plot and planned. That way we knew if we had to run to the bank, we could kind of guess which one because we don't know.
I think the goal here is to get them to put a freeze on her account. What they're going to say is that they can't do anything because I'm not the victim and I'm not the police and stuff like that, but at least we can do our job. I don't know. Or if she's here, you know,
Yeah.
then that's an even bigger win.
I hope so.
But we wanted to come and report a scam victim. They're trying to move money around. Yes, I am.
Oh my god, I watched your video.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be helpful.
I was actually watching one of your videos.
Really?
Like, crazy.
That's so funny.
Okay, so is that like an elder?
Yes, she's 69 years old. The cool thing I will say about this bank was they knew the channel first, which was awesome. But on top of that, they were at least willing to help. And when I say like willing to help, I don't mean you're going to say yes and give me all this information, but you'll at least take the information down that I tell you and you'll try to do something with it. It was kind of nerve-wracking because we were on the computer, she's not there. We've gone to an apartment complex, now we've gone to a bank, and there's no victim. So what do? You try to find any other piece of information. It was nice to have Cena back at the office because he was watching everything going on. So luckily, we got some more information from him, from his watching, so that we could continue on the investigation. Chasing after scammers and protecting people from being scammed in the first place is simply the heart of what we do here at Scammer Payback. We're able to do this because of your support and the support of our security partners like 𝙎𝙖𝙖𝙢𝙢𝙪. When I'm monitoring scammers, I can see that victims are storing a lot of things in their browsers, things like wallets, addresses, and logins and passwords. All of this stuff the scammers have access to. Now, one of the biggest threat vectors I'll see out there are phishing attacks through email. Now, hackers and scammers are using these types of attacks to gain access to your system and expose you online. Especially with the holidays coming up, there are fake shopping sites and spoof sites that are out there, so you need to protect yourself. Not only is 𝙎𝙖𝙖𝙢𝙢 amazing at protecting you from the threats I show you on Scammer Payback, but they will also provide you a health check on your browser. Just connect to their dashboard simply, and you can see things like if you've got data that's confidential information being leaked out on the internet, you have browser extensions that are installed that are malicious that you didn't know about, or even you have someone possibly watching what you're doing and modifying your search results to send you to malicious websites. There are millions of users that are surfing the web freely using 𝙎𝙖𝙖𝙢𝙢, and you can too. Just go to guard.io/scammerpayback. They've got a risk-free trial. You can add up to 5 friends and family as well to protect them. And again, you have access to the free health check of your browser, which is so much value. So go check out 𝙎𝙖𝙖𝙢𝙢 and actually prevent hackers and scammers from reaching your system in the first place through your browser, and save some of your friends and family too. Now let's go see if we can save this victim from being scammed.
All right, guys. So, cool. Good news. I actually found, I think it's like a PDF. Fortunately, I nabbed a video of it like really quickly. I didn't do any like preamble with it, but I nabbed the video. So I sent that with the P in the gang. Hopefully the 3 of them can use that, find the victim, get something out of it. We hope.
I remember getting the information. Cena told Brandon, and Brandon told me, hey, what about this image? All right, here we go. They're trying to do a distribution, from her retirement account from Nationwide. Unless she's at a new place now. This is a different mailing address too now. We might be able to go there.
That address right there.
Yeah. Sorry, we're just getting some up-to-date information.
Yeah, they just opened that file.
Let me look up that.
So this is.
Can you look that up?
Yeah. Does this help?
The address up?
20 minutes.
So
20 minutes. So
yeah.
Okay, let's go to our house then.
So this was our second address, and it's like, okay, well, maybe the first address was wrong. We'll go to the second one. So I remember running to the car and saying like, okay, let's do this. Like, get in the car, put in the GPS, get over there as soon as possible.
Where was the other address from then?
It was from like online search.
All right, so there's apparently another address that we have that we see on a form. So we're gonna go try it out. The last address might not actually be her resident. Well, that could be good news for us, actually.
I mean, it's another piece of information. That's what you want all the time, is more information. It's like being like Sherlock Holmes, kind of. You're trying to chase down a mystery. 6.
Oh, man.
Oh, we're right here.
Yeah, this is it. Let's hope.
So taking that new information and going to that second address was, again, it was exciting because we found some other clues that we knew this was probably her address.
Please be here.
I can try and ring her.
Yeah. Hope this has got to be the right spot.
She might be spooked as well. Or she might be not even at the freaking house.
She could be at the bank right
There
now.
might be another.
Guess let's look it up.
There's 1.7 from here.
Was it an ATM? Oh yeah, you're right. Well, there's 1.2 away and 1.5. It closes soon.
Hi. Trying to get in contact with Miss. You are being scammed by internet scammers, and we're trying to help you and intervene. I don't know if you can see this or not. My name is Pierogi with a YouTube channel called Scammer Payback, and we fight against internet scammers, and you were dealing with some this morning, so we're trying to get in contact with you. I don't know if this is being recorded or not, but...
Okay, well, what we can do is there's 2 different ones. One closes pretty soon, so we can just try to see if she's at the bank and hopefully stop her.
Yeah, because where you worry is a possible like wire transfer or something like that, so...
Let's go do it.
Hey, we're narrowing it down.
There's 2 banks close to here.
There's one that's 3 minutes.
Yep, 3 minutes away. It closes soon, so we're gonna go to that one first, and then we're gonna drive over to the secondary one if that doesn't work. We're pretty positive that was her place.
I'm just trying my best, like in all these situations, like I'm trying to think ahead of time, like to be like calm in the situation and like talk with people like in a calm manner, even though it is a stressful thing.
Oh, it's
like,
red, it's red.
I'm going, baby. We're saving victims.
If we went to these banks and we couldn't find her, then it was over. So you either have to like just accept that it's over and you can't find her, or you sit there and wait for her to get back and tell her she's been scammed. Do you call the police? I don't know at that point. You get kind of desperate, but you don't want to give up. I think that was one of the things is it's nerve-wracking, it's risky, it's stressful, but you never want to give up.
Yeah, we're trying to help somebody that they're currently being scammed.
What's your involvement? Like, how do you know?
We stopped internet scammers, so we were monitoring and saw them doing this.
Okay.
And we noticed that.
Were you just at her door?
Yes.
Okay.
What? How do you know that? Is she in there? That's her. That is
What's your
freaking.
cost? Give her what?
Look, Scammer Payback. Hold on, she's here.
So when we get to the second bank and we find out that she's there, it's honestly, you have this like sigh of relief. And again, like you're shaking, your hands are shaking, your adrenaline is rushing, and you see her there and it's extremely emotional. They don't trust what you're saying because they've just been scammed for a couple of hours dealing with these people in this highly emotional and stressful situation.
How do you know?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you have to call the phone bank?
Okay, so we have capabilities where we're able to watch the scammers, and when we see a scam that's happening, we can actually intervene. We were just lucky that we were here, so we were going to intervene, locally here to help you out. So the only reason we know your information is because I could see some things. I could see your name, and I looked up. You could find your phone number through searching for your name as well as your address, and that's the only way that I knew your information. So it's not like we had it ahead of time.
Okay.
It's called scammer
So
payback.
you work with law enforcement directly
Yes.
sometimes?
We
Okay.
work up to like the federal government if we have to.
Okay.
So we're trying to go after
so
the
why don't
criminals.
you get the scammers? Go after the need,
Yes.
whoever.
If you want to give that to us, we will have the federal government go after them.
Get the county police to go and arrest him.
I know.
I am really afraid right now.
I know. It's very tough. We understand.
Let's call the county police right now. And
For
get
sure.
somebody. I'm ready. I'm ready to take
Can I-
this on.
can I
because
give-
you know all about me now. You know all about me.
Ma'am, I don't know all about you. I just know about this situation. I promise.
I have never felt more vulnerable in
I know.
my life.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That we just want to help you. I'm really sorry that this has happened.
Yeah.
After a while, everyone like comes down from this emotional high and the stress level that is just at some crazy astronomical level into this like place of understanding and place of connection where we can sit and talk about everything and realize that everything's okay.
He's explaining to her how this kind of all went down and how we were able to notice her being scammed, because she was very upset when we initially talked to her. So she seems to be calming down now, which is typical. So he just went to go offer her a coffee or something if we needed to get her something. She's upset. So it's a very stressful situation, but it's also a amazing situation because she's not scammed out of her money.
Whenever I talk to victims, they tell me that they feel stupid. They have this shame. But here's the thing, guys. Anyone can be scammed. It doesn't matter if you don't have a high school degree or if you have a PhD. It really doesn't matter. You can be scammed.
I see these stories on television all the time, and I always say, how can somebody be that stupid? And I'm not saying this just, but I have a master's degree, and I thought that I would never be that ignorant or that stupid to be caught up like this, but I was. I mean, I was just really, thank you, Lord.
Thank you.
Hey, we're just glad you're all right.
Yes, ma'am.
So the next steps moving forward after all of that just happened is Gail's safe. She's doing about as good as a scammed victim can be. Even though she was saved, it does do a toll on them mentally and emotionally. And I think it's important for you guys to see that. It was important for us to see it in person, but also the scammers, even though we know they don't really care, but they get to see the damage that they actually do to somebody.
Yeah, for sure. It's highly emotional for the victims, and we even ran into the bank manager at Whole Foods of all places the next week, and she's doing well, but she's still processing everything and still pretty upset about the whole situation. So it's tough.
Yeah, I mean, you can see it on our face. Most of the time, all we do is like call people, right? So it's just like numbers. There's no face to it, but we actually have footage. You guys saw them in person. How distraught Gail was at the bank, even when you guys came in. I mean, it really I think it strikes a chord with everyone.
Yeah, it's the first time. So all of our calls are typically saving victims here, remote, on a computer, through the phone, right? You're calling the stores, whatever you can do to try to stop this person from being scammed. So for all of us, this was a unique experience for sure.
At the end of the day, like the biggest takeaway too is we're really fired up about this, and our goal is to expose the scammer that tried to steal everything from Gail. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to find this person. We have limited information. We do have access to the system, so that's a start. But we're going to find more, and we're going to expose this guy.
Yeah, we're looking for his name, and we want to identify him.
Yep.
And then we'll expose this sucker. That's our top priority. We appreciate everything that our members do. Support system loves on us. So hopefully we'll give you guys an update very soon.
Don't get scammed.